Welcome everyone to the BEX Trengo Talks. I'm Donovan, the host of today, and I'm here together with Wietse. And we're very excited about the integration between Booking Experts and Trengo. And today we'll be telling you all about it, having an open discussion, how it's working, what are the benefits of Booking Experts, what are the benefits of Trengo, and how together you can work more efficiently. So first of all, Wietse, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Could you tell me who you are, what you do?
Sure, so my name is Wietse. I'm Head of Business Development at Booking Experts. I've been with the company for almost 7 years now. And I have a background in hospitality basically all my life. I used to work in a holiday park. So when I was 15, I started working on a holiday park. And after that, I worked in hotels and also for all kinds of other leisure companies. But the last 7 years in automation and in software business.
I can really imagine that experience in leisure is helping you to see how things can be done better compared to when you were working there, right?
100%. Yes.
100%,
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
I'm Donovan. I used to be one of the customer success managers at Trengo, but for the last half year, I'm one of the solution consultants. Trengo is in the basis an omni-channel platform, but we have different features that allow you to work more efficiently. And as a solution consultant, I'm thinking together with the customer to see, hey, what are the systems you already have? How can Trengo help to work more efficiently? And even better, how can these systems be connected together to provide the best solution? So that's also why I am here. First, I think it will be important for the people who do not know either Booking Expert or Trengo, that they also have an idea of what these systems are. Could you tell me a bit about Booking Experts?
Yes, for sure. So Booking Experts, we are a cloud-based property management system, a PMS. But we offer way more than just a PMS. We are more of a platform nowadays. So we offer a PMS, but we also offer marketing services with our digital agency called Booking Boosters. And we also provide websites for our customers. And one of the things that we have on our PMS is a marketplace, an app store. And that's why we're here together to talk about the integration that we have on our app store. Like I said, we are fully cloud-based and it's fully API-based as well. So it's an open platform with a lot of integrations at the moment. So that's one of the key things that we offer on our platform.
Yeah, and I think that's really where the collaboration of this integration started. Because on the other side, Trengo is an omni-platform. Where you have business, you have communication.
Mm-hmm.
And normally people start communicating using email, WhatsApp, live chat, but these are all different channels, most of the time coming into different places. And the core essence of Trengo is to centralize this communication. Besides centralizing the communication, we also want the customers to work smarter, not harder. And therefore, automation can help you to, for example, provide some information or gather some information so the team can really focus on what they do best. But there's a lot of knowledge that we are lacking. While we are able to centralize the communication, we do not know if there's actually a booking. This is all information that's within your system. So I really think that by connecting these two things together, we on one side can keep control over the communication and work more efficiently, and on the other side we really have the backend, and that's what we are going to discuss today. So yes. First of all, how do you think the integration between Booking Experts and Trengo will affect the team's daily communication flow?
Well, as you said in your intro, you're an omni-channel, right? And what we do as Booking Experts, we do a lot of outbound emails. So when a booking is made, we send out a confirmation. We send an auto email based on reservation details like arrival information, departure information. But it stops there, and we send it out. So we don't know what's happening afterwards. So somebody replies, somebody sends a text. Maybe somebody sends a message through WhatsApp or Facebook or Instagram. And with this integration and this collaboration that we have, we can unify that into one tool with Trengo and display it in our backend. So when a user is logged into our system, they can easily see all the information from the WhatsApp messages, from the Instagram, from the Facebook, etc. So it really makes their life way easier than before. They don't have to switch between systems. They can easily search in our system for all the communication that has been done between the guests. And on the other hand, if you have a larger park or a large operating business with multi-units, and you have a centralized communication department, for example, they don't need to go into Booking Experts to see details. They just go into Trengo and they can see all the reservation information of the reservation and the guest. So it goes two ways. Yeah. So yeah, it's very beneficial to them.
Nice. And as I said, Bex is really the brain of the organization, and I think Trengo can really step in on the communication side. So it doesn't matter anymore if the customer sends an email, a WhatsApp, or a message through one of the chat channels. If the conversation will go towards the team, we have everything centralized, allowing the team to see the information they have from Booking Experts in the sidebar integration, and even in some ways fully automate the communication where possible.
Yeah.
Nice.
So Donovan, obviously there are a lot of tools out there nowadays, and I think one of the major challenges in hospitality is to manage all those different communication channels. What does Trengo differ to other companies out there?
Yeah, so I think in all essence, Trengo is an omni-platform. So the main power is that the teams can just log into one system and receive all the communication from different areas, maybe even different languages, and received within one place. But besides getting it into one location, they're also able to use smart features such as rules, bots, AI to work smarter. We can collect information beforehand and maybe even fully automate some conversations. So you can imagine that if there's a question about one of the parks, it could be an FAQ question. Hey, where do I park? Does this question really need to go to the team? Do we need to burden the team to open this conversation, type an answer? I don't think that should be the case. So the power of Trengo is really allowing the team to focus on the conversations where they are needed most. And the rest we can automate. Guide the conversations towards the right teams, gather the right information so the teams can handle these conversations more efficiently, or even fully automating the answer so the customers can ask questions 24/7, doesn't matter day or night, and the AI can provide this information.
Interesting. So when you talk about AI, obviously AI is a hot topic nowadays.
Yeah.
Can you tell me something about the features, AI features that you offer on the Trengo platform that's beneficial to our customers?
Yeah, so I think the important key here is that we divide the AI in three separate segments. On one side, we have the AI orchestrator, where you are in control over what needs to happen with which conversations. If there is an issue, for example, you might want to gather some information, but then the conversation should go towards the team as soon as possible. On the other side, there's FAQ information, questions we get all the time. We do not want to answer them manually, AI can do that. But to ensure that you're in control of what the AI is providing, we have knowledge. These are the sources of information that AI can use to provide the information. And on the other side, we have the communication style. In which way should this AI communicate? Because besides providing a correct answer, it is also really important that the AI is providing an answer that aligns with your way of communicating, which makes a difference between just a nice answer 24/7 and the experience that the customer is having from before the booking, during the booking, at one of your holiday parks, and even after. The communication should align everywhere.
Yeah, and that's why I think it's key to have these type of integrations in place to really do what matters, and that's giving the guest the best possible experience ever. And that's why it's so important to have everything combined into one, and using these type of tools like AI, frequently asked questions, because you don't want to answer the same question twice, right?
No.
And if it's more than twice, you should automate it.
So I think we can both agree that holiday parks, they can really benefit from booking experts by itself, but automating or centralizing and automating communication by itself is also amazing. But what makes the combination of these two so amazing?
Well, you don't miss any communication because there's so many channels out there. You can send an email, you can text, you have Instagram reels where somebody ends a comment. So you don't miss anything anymore, and that's why it's so good to unify that, sync those communications into one, and have insights in those information, so you can act on it. Right, when somebody walks into the reception or goes to guest service and asks a question about something that they've booked, or about a question that they've asked recently, you have it directly on your screen, and you can talk with them. And that's important.
Yeah, I think indeed centralizing, especially this day and age where someone might send an email and at the same time they send a WhatsApp. Before, your team was not able to see, hey, this person actually did send a WhatsApp and he sent an email, and they might be taken up separately. Where now you're just able to see, oh, this is this customer. We received this email, but in the meanwhile, we already picked it up using WhatsApp. So therefore, this case is already finished, and we do not need to spend the time there.
I'm not sure when you do all your communication, but if I'm interacting with a holiday park or a hotel, it's mostly out of the working hours, pretty much. So if you can automate that process and use AI tools such as you have, that they get a direct answer also after opening hours of the reception.
Yeah,
that's both beneficial to you as a company, but also for the guest, that then they get an answer immediately.
Yeah,
Maybe I think it's good that we also show the demo and that we really show how it works, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Now you guys have an idea of what Trengo is doing and what Booking Experts is doing. Let's dive into the demo so you can actually also see how are these two systems working together and how can these really make a benefit towards your organization, but also towards your website visitors and your customers.
Sure.
Hi everyone, my name is Susanne Gilbert, Partner Manager here at Trengo. Thank you so much for the introduction, Donovan and Wietse. I'm here today to explain more about the Booking Experts and Trengo integration. I'm going to start off with explaining a little bit more what Trengo actually does and what we're good at and how we can really support your company. And then I'll dive deeper into the demo of the integration itself in our inbox, so you'll see it live in our inbox. I know Donovan already explained a little bit about Trengo. I just want to showcase it in a bit more detail. So starting off on the left-hand side of my screen, you can see we are an omni-channel inbox. So this means you can connect any channel that you want, thinking of your WhatsApp, email, Instagram, Facebook, voice, could be telephone, for example, but it could also be a chat that you want to display on your website or within an app. So we offer all of these channels that you can connect to Trengo. It's a click and connect. We've tried to make it as easy as possible. For example, with WhatsApp, you can be live within 2 minutes. And then with these channels that you want to connect or that you want your guests to be able to contact you on, you can create automations and more efficiency. Efficiency within your own teams or your own departments, for example, but also towards your guests so that they get more the feeling that they're helped quicker, more efficient, but also to really create a good customer guest journey online. As well as an omni-channel, we offer automation features and we call it Trengo AI. So you can think of automation features to answer frequently asked questions, for example. Can I bring my dog to the hotel? What would be the extra fee? I'd like to have a baby bed in my room. All of these questions that you get day in, day out, you can tackle these through Trengo AI. You can have an AI agent support you. We call it AI helpmate, to really filter that agent to your liking and answer those questions online for you. Or you can create a flow where certain questions or certain topics are answered by an agent and others go into the flow towards a team. And it's actually a human that responds to those conversations. So within Trengo, you have the option to choose both at the same time. You can also say, actually, we only want conversations to be handled by an AI agent that is completely set up to your liking as a hotel, as your brand, as your values, the way how you speak. Could be seen as an extra colleague. You could set it up for during the weekends, that's covered, or after working hours, for example, to really help support your teams. To add that extra value and make sure that you have more time to actually be on the floor to support your guests. So that's just to zoom out on what we actually deliver. And then, of course, in the back end of Trengo, there's lots that we can set up and support you with once you have signed up. But first off, let me show you the inbox. I'm just going to move my face a little bit lower in the screen, actually on this side, so that you can see the inbox very clearly. So when you log into Trengo, here is the inbox where you see all the messages come in. So first off, to show you the inbox, here are the new messages that come into the inbox. Any new message that comes in, or you're maybe reaching out to a guest, could be right, upon check-in. You know, with Booking Experts, you have a check-in time, and then you could trigger a message through WhatsApp, for example. Then you are triggering that message, and when the guest responds, it comes into the new inbox. Within that, if a new message comes into the inbox, you could say automatically assign it to a team or to a person or to a channel. It really depends on what you want the flow to be like. And we help you set that up in the backend of Trengo and through automation, Trengo AI. So if we look at new messages, you see at the moment there's 0 new messages, but we do have some messages assigned, and you can see the unanswered messages. They always have the green dot, or all of them. And in this case, I've assigned them to myself to show you clearly what it would look like to receive a message. And here we go. There is the message. And we can respond to that message from Trengo, but also you can leave a comment and tag a colleague to get them to support you within the conversation. So it doesn't only support external communication with your guests, but also internal communication. Sorry, the internal communication is here, and the external communication towards your guests is just over here. So it's very clearly defined on how you communicate. I mentioned that you can have all of the different channels. In this case, we have an email that came in, but it could be a WhatsApp message or a live chat, as you can see. It doesn't matter. All of the messages come into the inbox, and it's up to you in the backend how we set it up together, how you want to filter that and have it displayed towards a team or the different departments. In this case, I want to show you the integration, of course. So here we see the contacts. And lots of information that we can display, also different contact moments, which is really helpful, but it's all about the integration here. So as you can see, I use my own name, it's a demo. You can see the name of the booking, the email address that it's booked with, the telephone number, the date of birth, the address. And if you wanted, let me move my face a little bit away, you could see more of the booking. So in this case, for example, you could see how many people, how many persons it's booked for, the reservation number, how many guests will arrive, and the total amount spent. So all of this information can be displayed, and you can close and open it. You can focus on the current booking, upcoming booking. So currently, if I would be emailing as a guest, I don't have a current booking, and then you can see this is an upcoming booking. It's for when the guest is arriving in, it's going to be this weekend, for example, right? Or you could see past bookings. If it was a guest reaching out after their stay, you can see, this is when they stayed with us. So that's how you can filter. So with the drop downs, you see more information in the sidebar. And then if you click on it, it also takes you to the booking directly within Booking Experts. So you have the information in your Trengo account, and you don't have to jump into your Booking Experts account. But if you wanted to, and you wanted to change something, or you want to go into the Booking Experts account, there's one click and it takes you straight towards that booking. And that's very powerful, so that you can move quickly between platforms if you wanted to, but also to answer questions already based on the booking information that is displayed in the sidebar. You can answer questions already straight away. So I've shown you how the integration works and the simplicity of where the information is displayed and how you go to the Booking Experts account. But also really nice to know is perhaps when you go to the back end of Trengo and you see all the possibilities of integrations, you see how easy it is to connect the Booking Experts account to your Trengo environment. So we have a help center created. It's a 2-minute setup or less, I would say, where you go into your Booking Experts account and you connect it through to Trengo, and then the information will be displayed in the sidebar. We take you through it step by step, and then you'll see it as connected within your Trengo account. We don't only offer the PMS integration for Booking Expert setup, but also, for example, for Booking.com, for conversations that are coming in from Booking.com, as well as Agoda, Expedia, Airbnb, you name it. All these OTAs are connected through to Trengo, and you can then connect them as well to make sure that you're answering conversations from Trengo itself. So you don't need to switch between conversations anymore. You can actually respond to conversations from Trengo. So if you connect your Booking.com, for example, or your Agoda or your Airbnb account, you see the information in the sidebar from the PMS system, Booking Experts, that is connected, but you can also answer the messages from Booking.com in your Trengo account. And that's very powerful because then you keep all the information in one platform. You don't have to switch to Booking.com or Agoda or Airbnb. You answer the conversations from Trengo and it filters it directly on the booking. Either we have a booking number and it filters it in the sidebar what the booking number is about and who it's for, or if there's no confirmation number ID in the booking, we still can see who it's connected to. It can either be the name or the phone number. And this means if you connect the OTAs to Trengo, you don't have to switch between platforms. So now I've shown you the Booking.com integrations and the Booking Experts integration. So the Booking Expert is in the sidebar displayed, and the OTAs that you can connect to really guide and support you on confirming the communication with the end guests. But you can also really create lots of automations within that. So perhaps you want to reach out to your guests already before they've arrived, or they've booked a place where they want to stay and you want to confirm certain processes. Maybe there's a camping or a place where they have to park the car. Then you can create a message already. And really prompt that message to make sure that they receive it, right? So you could say, hey, thank you for booking with us. After the reservation is done, you can trigger a message to be sent out to the guest so that they already feel welcome and they know the process already when they come and check in. Or when they've checked in, you can trigger a message from Trengo straight away based on the check-in. Once the check-in is done, they receive a message, could be on WhatsApp, email, you name it, and then they receive the instructions of the check-in. Or they receive the instructions on where they can park the car, or where the sanitary would be, or on the camping site, for example. Or if they have a hot tub in the house that they booked, what are the instructions and how to keep it clean. So all of these things are possible. And with WhatsApp, it's quite powerful because straight away you can contact the guests through WhatsApp. You could send images along, videos, it could be emojis in there. It's a really great format of really communicating well with your guests. And we've created the triggers already. So for you, it's a plug and play. That's it from my side. So I displayed to you the inbox. Let me go back there. The inbox, how the messages come in, the integration possibilities, and how you jump to Booking Experts accounts straight away. That we connect with lots of different OTAs, and that we have a system where you can quickly set up triggers to engage with your guests before they arrive, or when you want to do an upsell, or if you want to engage with them at their check-in, etc. So we have all these features already available. It's a click and connect, like I said, same for all the different channels that you might want to connect, and we're super keen to help and support you there. So let us know if there's anything that we can support you with. Thank you.
So Donovan, for teams just getting started with automation, what would you say is the first step they should do?
Yeah, I think it's important to understand that with centralization and automation, there's a lot possible, but you do not have to do everything from the beginning. What I see is really beneficial when customers or Trengo users start focusing on the top 5 topics the customers are reaching out about. Instead of trying to automate everything from the beginning, look in your inbox, talk to your team. What are the 5 most frequent cases? So that's not per se frequently asked questions, but the most frequently cases, and how can we work more efficiently on this? Hey, I would like to make an adjustment to my booking. I had an issue, or what time can I arrive? If you focus on how can I make these topics smoother by providing the customer already with some information, by collecting the right data sets, so your team can work on this more efficiently, or even fully automate part of these questions, like the FAQ questions, then you can really get a lot of benefit within a short amount of time. And once that is done, you can check again, okay, what are now our next battles that we will work on? And you can focus on gaining the benefits in these topics, and then we can take the next challenge.
So gradually, slowly, step by step.
Exactly. See where you can make the biggest impact with the least amount of time and the least amount of efforts in most cases. Because it's always a comparison, right? How much time and effort does it take to set up? How difficult is it to set up? And what are the benefits? And you cannot do 10 different projects at the same time. Focus on your top 3, choose your battles, let's automate that. And you will see that within short amount of time, you're able to do so much for the team and for the customers.
And how would you see like the evolution of AI? Because there's nothing more annoying than talking to a chatbot and getting answers to a question that you didn't ask, right? So how do you see that evolving in the upcoming months or years?
Yeah, so I really think that it's important to do this gradually. It is important to see the AI as a colleague. Yes, someone can start in your company, but he will not know how your way of working is from day 1 to day 2. So it's important to teach the AI, give it some time, also do some reflections like you would do with your colleague to see how's it going. So for example, it is really important to do the orchestration. What do I want to happen with conversations? But it's also important to focus on the communication style to allow the AI to communicate in your way of communicating and reflect on it. One tip that I can give customers is using labels to mark the conversation as, hey, something went wrong here. So the team is also helping you to reflect on this. Hey, something happened in this conversation. This is not really how I would expect it to go. We label it, so then every couple of days, weeks, you can go through those conversations and see, okay, what has actually happened. You can check the AI, how you've set it up, and see, oh yeah, of course, here's a small adjustment that I need to make either in the orchestrator or in the communication style, and this is how you will have reflections, and within weeks, you will make big benefits.
All right. And obviously, our customers, they run a business.
Yeah.
So how could you leverage this on doing cross and upsell, for example?
Yeah, so I think the most important thing is that people need to understand that besides providing support, AI is a colleague. It can be sales, it can be finance, it can be after sales. It's really how you tell it to be. So for example, during your stay, you might have scooters that you want to rent to these people. You might have a restaurant that you want people to book at. So with Trengo, you're also able to send messages to these people. Hey, there's currently an offering. This might be interesting from you because you have 3 kids with you, or you guys are as a couple, so therefore this is very interesting. And we can allow customers to ask questions again. So we can go back to AI that can actually do some qualification. provide them with some information around the deals that we have, or provide them with some information around the restaurants that are available in the area. So the customers can also really interact, ask questions, the lead can become warmer and warmer, and therefore we can actually create an upsell during the stay.
So we received some questions, which we'll now discuss, obviously. So what are the channels you can connect to with Trengo?
Yeah, so Trengo, you're able to connect to your email channels, voice. You can create a chat on your website, connected to WhatsApp, your socials, such as Facebook, Instagram. But now with the Booking Experts integration, you're also able to connect to OTAs, such as Booking or Airbnb, allowing all your communication, doesn't matter where it comes from, to be centralized and automated.
That sounds good. And so you said WhatsApp. Obviously, WhatsApp is one of the features that used most in the business. So what are the beneficials of the WhatsApp integration that you have?
Yeah, so WhatsApp is one of the newer channels, let's say. Email and voice are, of course, the channels that we all know. Customers can call, customers can send you emails, but this might not be the most efficient way of communicating between guests and companies. First of all, WhatsApp allows you to work with multiple agents from one number. Instead of having WhatsApp on one phone, if you connect WhatsApp through Trengo, you are able to work from one phone number with your whole communication team if needed. On the other side, you're also able to use the same phone number for calling as you use over WhatsApp, allowing customer facing to be identical everywhere. Furthermore, the open rate of WhatsApp is 90% within an hour. On email, the open rate quite often is 30%. So if a customer has a question, to solve a case, it can take quite a long amount of time because the customer sends a question. You need some more information before you can actually help this customer, but before you have this information, you're already a day further. By moving towards WhatsApp, we allow the team to send a message to the customer. The customer can be in the supermarket, take their phone and see, oh yeah, I still need to send some information. And therefore the resolution time per case is much, much shorter. And also WhatsApp allows you to automate a lot. Yes, we are also able to automate emails, but because the conversations on WhatsApp are basically just messages back and forth, it's a very smooth way of automating. Hey, would you like to discuss A, B, or C? Okay, in that case, we need to get some information around X, Y, Z. Automatically provide them with the information where possible, or gather all the information so the team can work on this more efficiently. They do not need to collect information anymore, but once they get a conversation assigned to them, they know what to do.
That sounds like a no-brainer if you compare email to WhatsApp with a 90% openings rate.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I think it's very important that in a lot of cases, WhatsApp will not replace emails. So it will still be a channel that is there for your older customers, maybe that do not want to use WhatsApp. But by diverting a lot of conversations that would go through phone or would go to email and move them to WhatsApp, you're able to fully automate part of them, work more efficiently on them, providing better service for your guests and reducing the efforts for your team so they can focus on the cases where they are really needed.
So this might be a very open and wide question, but why should people start using Trengo?
Yeah, so what I think is the difference between Trengo and other platforms is the scalability. Trengo, first of all, has an open API, so you can connect it to different systems. But if you want to automate, the automation is set up no code, which means that everyone that can draw how a conversation should be and knows which information to provide or gather could set this up. Besides providing a lot of scalability, it's also a very scalable setup. You do not need to automate 100% of your ways working from day one. Let's first tackle the top 5 topics. You also want to do outbound. Okay, this is something you can set up within a few clicks, connected to your systems, and from that moment it's up and running. You do not really need developers to take these next steps, but you can do it all no code within one platform, and take everything step by step. Choose your battles. Now I can also ask the question your side. Why Booking Experts?
Well, we have a very similar approach. So we are an open platform, fully API based, focused on automation. And Booking Experts it's run by hospitality professionals. I'm from the industry, but we also have professionals on the ground in the UK, in France, Germany, Austria, and here in our home market, the Benelux, all from the industry. Very much focused, like I said, on automation, so that you have more time to spend with your guests, and not doing any back office jobs like people used to do back in the days. So that's why you should definitely talk to us, and obviously also talk to Trengo, because then you have the perfect combination in place.
Yeah, I think indeed it's really this shared mentality on providing an automated workflow where possible, so the team can really focus on what they do best, is what make this collaboration and integration stand out. Let the systems do what they're good at, provide the light towards the customers and towards the teams, so they can really do what they do best.
100%.
Indeed. So, looking ahead, how do you see this partnership evolve?
Well, because AI and automation and APIs, it's a rapidly and fast-moving industry where we active in. I think the integration will be deeper and deeper and deeper along the way. When new techniques come along, we will integrate it together. Like I said, we want to work with the best in the industry. We have a very similar approach, like I already said prior, and that's why I think this partnership is going to work, and it's even going to be better, especially with the things that we are working on at the moment.
Exactly. And if there are Trengo users that are not using Booking Experts yet, where do they need to go to get in touch with you guys?
Bookingexperts.com, very easy. bookingexperts.nl.de, .co.uk. You can type the URL in. Find us on LinkedIn. Reach out to us. You can even ask me personally on LinkedIn. Wietse Bootsma, that's my last name. So yeah, all sorts of channels.
Perfect. Then, Wietse, I would really like to thank you for this conversation. Really happy with what we're having thus far, but cannot wait for all the things to come. Let's keep talking. Let's see where the guests would like to go, and help them automate as much as possible and provide efficiency and scalability for these organizations.
Thank you, Donovan.
Thank you.